What was so special about your most recent US tour?
Well, in addition to doing my usual gigs, this time around I also did a 4-hour seminar on music production and running a music career in San Francisco. This was the first time I'd ever done this kind of thing before, so it was a pretty nerve-wracking experience for me because I couldn't really be sure how I was going to come across to a crowd of people trying to explain what I've been doing for the last 10 years.
The speed of each kind of genre has kind of changed a little bit over the last 10 years. Trance isn't as fast as it used to be. Progressive isn't as diverse as it used to be, I would say. Like my sort of field of progressive house definitely has more rules nowadays than it used to.
So what sort of things did you cover in the seminar?
Running a music career, because I think that's something that a lot of people don't really have many resources on. There's not much information. And also just the various things that you have to watch out for as a producer, to make sure that your track stands up well when compared to other tracks.
It's one thing to sit down and write a track and have a finished track, but then actually sort of taking it out there and developing it into a repertoire and then into an image, then becomes a brand and a way of life that people want to be fans of and follow and pay attention to. It's not always really so clear how to do that.
First couple of hours I spoke about defining a musical message, the different things that you can do to make sure that you don't go astray and that you don't go awry with your production process. And then for the last hour I spoke about basically managing yourself and sort of some self-discipline techniques to really sort of give yourself the push to get where you want to go.
As far as the administration side of things goes, if you can just separate that part of yourself out completely and focus purely on that, then when you go and produce, when you go do a mix or whatever, then you can lock yourself in there and switch off your internet or whatever and say, right, I'm just going to focus on this for like the next sort of 4 or 5 hours.
How do you think the seminar was picked up by the people that were there?
I was really happy with the response, like the way people sort of reacted on the night. Lots of people had some really good questions and, so there was a lot of dialogue flowing towards the end of the evening, which I was really happy about.
Go on.
When you're saying sidechain, are you talking about basically you're going to be sending the signal through a sidechain to affect taking an original signal and doing something else with it?
Very good. Sorry, yeah, I'm a victim of my own lingo here. This is not actually sidechaining at all. This is a sidechain effect I have on the auto pen.
I was really impressed with Pyramind because it's not very often that you see such a fully fledged kind of production school that is there to teach newcomers onto the scene how to do this kind of stuff. When I started producing and writing my own music, it was a time when people weren't taking writing music on computers seriously and there were very little resources available online to work out, how to do all this stuff. So I had such a laborious process, trying to learn the ropes with this and trying to get a good sound and get tracks that I could play out in clubs. So to have people like this who are sort of pointing the way and have the resources to do it and the facilities to do it is just an excellent thing.
Give it up for Jaytech!